Assalamualaikum and good afternoon to everyone watching this. I am Areeq Aman from class MC1102B, acting as a reporter for today. And I will be talking through about one of the hardest topics in sports and football news, which is the Premier League. One of the most hardest topics in the Premier League now is the UEFA Champions League race between Manchester City, Chelsea, Newcastle, Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest. So, what is this UEFA Champions League race I talked about earlier? Basically, in the English Premier League last season, there were only 5 spots available for teams to play at the highest European competition, which is the UEFA Champions League. The teams I mentioned earlier were the contenders in the top 5 in order to qualify for the Champions League. Liverpool already won the league and Arsenal has secured second place, so they booked the Champions League spot earlier. But what about the other 3 spots left? Well, that's what made the race for Champions League interesting and intense. The last match day of the Premier League season happened weeks ago, which we saw Manchester City, Chelsea and Newcastle confirm the Champions League spot on the final match day. Meanwhile, Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest missed out just a few inches away. Now, let's talk to one of the massive watchers of the English Premier League. Good day to you, sir. Would you like to introduce yourself to the camera?
Hi, my name is Aiman Syakir and you can call me Syakir.
Hello, Syakir. I would like to start off with a simple question for you. Which club do you support in the Premier League?
Oh, I supported Liverpool since I was young.
Interesting choice. Now, I want to ask you about what do you think about the roller coaster of a Champions League race in the Premier League that took place last season?
First off, I would like to express that this race has been one of the most exciting ones I've ever witnessed. The intensity of each team to fight their way into the Champions League spots has been incredible. And as a Liverpool fan, I am very thankful that my team won the Premier League and made it into the Champions League next season. But I would also like to congratulate Manchester City, Chelsea and Newcastle for making it into the top 5 on the last match day that are qualified for the next season's Champions League.
Thank you for your response. Next and final question is, does this Champions League race prove that English teams can dominate Europe in the next maybe 3 to 5 years?
Personally, I think the English teams has got what it takes now to capture back the essence of English glory in Europe as a whole, and to say in the next 3 to 5 years, I can see teams such as Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea and Manchester City achieve success in Europe by lifting the Champions League trophy soon enough.
Well, I appreciate your input there, Syakir. Well, thank you for joining me today, and let's move on to the next massive Premier League watcher. Good day to you, sir. And to start things off, would you like to introduce yourself to the camera?
My name is Ameerul Hazim, but you can call me Ameerul.
Hello, Ameerul. Now I'm going to begin with a simple question. Which club do you support in the English Premier League?
I support Manchester United in the English Premier League. My father actually introduced me to the club and I was just a child.
That's a nice pick. So, I want to ask you the first question. Has this Champions League race been one of the most exciting and intense races you ever witnessed in the last few seasons, in your opinion?
Honestly, yes, because it is a massive one that involves more teams, which made it more entertaining and challenging to watch the team scramble for the top 5 spot. In my opinion, the past few seasons of Champions League were good and all, but this season fully caught my attention.
Very interesting take. My next question would be, what strategies can teams like Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest and others adapt to enhance their performance and contend for a Champions League spot in the upcoming season?
Well, I can say that the teams you mentioned can conduct and try out different strategies, spend money on new players to strengthen the team and also increase the team morale. With these approaches, I'm positive that they can fight for the European spot.
Well, thank you for your honest response, Ameerul, and thank you for joining me today. Well, the Champions League race in the Premier League has been a tradition that occurred every season, but the 24-25 season's edition is definitely for one in the books. The intensity, focus and determination for each team made the race more entertaining that it lasted until the final match day, to decide the permanent spots, as we witnessed joy, heartbreak and dramas among the teams involved. The Champions League race offered a lot to the table that all of the football fans are seated to watch the race unfold and its final results. This is Areeq Aman signing off, and thank you to everyone watching this.